For decades, players like you and I have driven past this prisoner whom Bowser has kept locked up in the recesses of his castle. The only information that's been made public about this convict is his name, Marty. All other information, such as where he came from, how long his sentence is, and, most intriguing of all, the reason for his imprisonment, have remained hidden for many years. Until today. As we know, Marty's being held in Bowser's Castle, the Mario Kart 64 variation of it to be specific. On this track, racers find themselves maneuvering through the depths of Bowser's lair, driving around towers, venturing through gardens, and, most important to this case, avoiding the many thwomps attempting to crush them. How peculiar. You'd think that if Bowser's goal here was to have his thwomp minions crush any opposition, or even just for funsies, that he would be efficient and use every thwomp at his disposal. And yet, for some reason, he placed Marty here behind bars like a criminal. What could he have possibly done to upset Bowser so much? To figure that out, we need to dive into his past. Oh, Marty isn't an established character in Mario lore? So the fans named him Marty. Okay, well, in that case, let's make the assumption that Mario's met Marty before. Yes, it's entirely possible that Marty's first appearance was here in Mario Kart 64, but this theory's all in good fun. Alright, so to narrow down our possible suspects, let's take a good look at Marty's appearance. We can see here that his design is of the blue cube variety, given he has no spikes on him and rounded edges. Normally, these kinds of thwomps are blue, like the other ones here in Bowser's Castle, for example. So why is it that Marty looks green? You might assume that it's simply because he's a green thwomp. I mean, that's what a lot of fan art suggests. But they're mistaken. According to the Mario Broth blog, quote, this seemingly green thwomp actually uses the same blue textures as the other thwomps and is merely lit with stark yellow lighting to appear green, unquote. We can see this yellow lighting along the floor and walls too. Heck, even the teeth here, which are normally white, have this yellow tint to them, altogether meaning that Marty here is actually a blue thwomp just like the others. And this, surprisingly, is enough to go off of. Yeah, seriously, there's only one game that takes place before Mario Kart 64 that has these thwomp designs, and that game is none other than Super Mario 64. Granted, each of their thwomps do look a little different in size, but Marty kinda looks to be bigger than the thwomps around him anyways. Frankly, I can see it going one way or the other, but I feel that they're so close as to be negligible. Anyways, in Thwomp's Fortress, you come face to face with two thwomps in a row, one slamming down at the lower end of a staircase and one wrecking havoc on the middle of it. From what we can see here, neither thwomp is doing anything that would warrant Bowser locking them up. They're just simply hovering up and slamming down. And I doubt Bowser would throw one of them behind bars for not being able to stop Mario, because if that were the case, then millions of his millions should be imprisoned. Heck, he should be imprisoned. But what about the red coin here? If Mario collects all 8 of them in a course, he gets a star, and Bowser really wants to hold on to all the stars in this castle. So I imagine he'd be pretty upset to learn of this thwomp's betrayal as he rose up, allowing Mario to obtain this red coin and, as a result, a power star. Except, I can't buy that this thwomp was trying to help Mario. I mean, look at this guy. He's clearly in the position to greatly injure Mario as he's wahooing his way up the staircase. And we don't even know if these thwomps are aware of how important the red coins are to begin with. I mean, power stars, absolutely, but red coins? Not so sure. I just can't see Bowser locking a thwomp up unless the betrayal is clear and the stakes are higher than a single red coin. But such an event couldn't have possibly taken place in this game, right? Welcome to Tick Tock Clock. Its 4th mission is called Stomp on the Thwomp, where you need to platform to the top of the clock before coming face to face with the 3rd and final thwomp of the game. Whereas the previous thwomps were directly impeding Mario's progress by repeatedly slamming down in the middle of the path, this thwomp is at the end of the path, out of harm's way. Oh, the conveyor belt? It's nothing to worry about. While it appears to throw Mario into danger, it's actually cycling between rolling forward and backward. And even if it just rolled forward, the platform the thwomp is on is separate from the conveyor belt, so Mario just falls in between them to safety anyways. And there's also the potential for the conveyor belt to be frozen due to stopped time. So if this thwomp's goal is to stop Mario, then he's doing an awful job at it, more so than any thwomp I've ever ever seen. But that's the thing, he's not trying to stop Mario, he's trying to help him. And that's clear as crystal when you take a look above, where you'll spot nothing other than one of the Power Stars. Oh, and what's the title of this mission again? Stomp on the Thwomp. A clear indicator that Mario is meant to ride the Thwomp up to the star. And before someone argues that this mission title implies you're hurting the Thwomp as though it's an enemy, the original Japanese name for this mission is Ahem Top Thwomp, which has no such negative implications. The English title here was likely called this simply to rhyme Thwomp and Stomp. Speaking of our friend here, he stops precisely at the height of the star's platform, granting Mario easy access to the one thing that Bowser did not want to come into his possession. And thus, this Thwomp, no, Marty here, was imprisoned for betraying the crown, forced to be nothing more than a convict in a fun-filled racing course, one that he shuts his eyes to as though he's attempting to ignore this punishment, convinced that he did the right thing. Thankfully though, he's still able to laugh every now and then, making the most of his long sentence that's lasted over a decade, his crime still not forgiven. Maybe one day we'll see Marty released from his shackles. But until then, thanks for watching, consider becoming a member of this channel, and I'll see you next time. Take care.